Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is Jen with Hull-Muniz Plans, and I am back with another memory spread and another installment of Planmas 2022. For this video, I will be memory planning the week of November 21st through November 27th, which is the week of Thanksgiving, and I am using this kit from Sadiesstickers called Autumn. And this is actually kind of, I call it like a hybrid format because I got this kit last year with every intention to use it as my Thanksgiving kit for last year, but as we all know, I skipped over like 99.9% of my fall spreads from last year because I was on a movie set from September until October, and then I came back for October and I got slammed with my work that I do for my entertainment company, and then I went back on set to finish my feature for 2.5 weeks out of November, and then I came back and finished up work for my entertainment company, and literally at that point fall had just gotten away from me and I was ready to do Christmas spreads. So that left me with this kit, and it kind of made me sad because I was like, I really love this kit. I love the rose gold. I love the deep wine colors and like the neutrals and everything. So when I was putting together my binder for the year, for the rest of the year, whenever my husband issued me the challenge, I knew exactly what kit I wanted to use for Thanksgiving, and it was this one. And I think it's so funny because like both my Thanksgiving kit and my Christmas kit for this year is from Sadiesstickers. I'm not mad about it. But Alicia did kind of revamp this kit into a newer format. Like, it's not her newest, but it was a newer format where she added a journaling kit, and she added like her redesigned floral sheets and everything. So I did pick up those extras because, as you saw at the beginning, the sheets that I had were the hybrid sheets that she had originally, with like, you had the fancy boxes on it, and then you had the florals, and there just weren't as many florals as I felt that I needed. So I mixed the two formats together, and I'm obsessed with how this turned out. I will say I did do DIY date covers on this one, pulling in the days of the week scripts from Paper Trail Plans. I love the way my month section turned out. I love that little half bicycle. I think I've stated this before, but I love like any kit that has a bicycle deco piece or something in it. I am just immediately obsessed with. I love it so, so much. I love the torn paper. I love the stamp from the journaling kit and everything. And it just, this sidebar and these date covers, probably some of my favorite. I've really been enjoying pulling in the 9th full box from these kits into my sidebar. I don't know, but like the past 3 spreads that I've done, I've pulled in a full box into the sidebar to layer my fashion doll over, and I love the look that it gives, and it makes me feel really good knowing that I'm utilizing all 9 of my full boxes in my spreads. But yeah, I'm so happy with how these date covers turned out. I feel like they're like, it's not overabundantly floral, but it's not like jam-packed with foil deco pieces either. I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I like that. They're definitely in the running to be some of my favorite date covers that I've done this year. I did pull in some dividers, some lace dividers from Sadiesstickers to put over my full boxes. That's just kind of a thing that I'm noticing. I don't like, I'll use a set of headers underneath my date covers, but then I won't use any other sets of headers in my columns. I'll use like trims, washi trims, or not washi trims, but like foil trims from different shops. And I don't know, I feel like that makes the whole spread look a little bit more cohesive. But anyways, all the scripts that I use in this spread are from Paper Trail Plans, my month script, my days of the week. I wanted, like, you know, because I did pull in holiday scripts as well, and I wanted everything to be like cohesive. So all of the scripts that I use are from Paper Trail Plans. But let's go ahead and get into the day-to-day. Starting off on Monday, I'm marking that I slept in, and I looked at the kit whenever I was like laying everything out before I started doing this spread, and I was like, wow, I have a lot of like fancy box options here. And by the end of it, I didn't really use too many. I think I used like 4 yeah, I used like 4 quarter boxes from the kit. I mainly use like floral and fancy boxes, and honestly, I'm not mad at it. I'm finding that I'm doing that more and more often. I'm using boxes that do not span the full width of the columns, and I'm just layering florals and foiled accents and icons and everything. And I'm loving how my spreads are turning out. So I feel like I'm even gonna like move away from using a bunch of just boxes in my spreads. I feel like I'm already doing that. Like, I don't know, like my style of planning has evolved in such a way. I was looking at my planner from 2020. I know that's a curse word that I just said. We don't talk about 2020. But I was looking through my planner and I was like, wow, my planning style has changed so vastly. It's just like oh my gosh, I can't even describe how different it is. But I'm loving where I'm at right now. I guarantee you it'll probably go through like 5 million more changes, but I love where my style is at right now. I'm loving, like, every time I do a spread, I look at it and I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. No, this is my favorite. And I love that feeling. I love feeling like I'm happy with how something is going. And again, I attribute this to the fact that I came to a point where I was just like, I'm really tired of trying to keep up with like everyone else's spreads. I'm just gonna do what makes me happy. If I lay a sticker down and I like the way it looks, that's like all that matters to me. So that's kind of where I'm at with my planning. It's like if I lay it down and I like the way it looks, that's how it's gonna be. Because sometimes I will say I do find myself whenever I lay a sticker down, I'm like, oh man, is someone gonna say something about that? That's I don't know, is that good enough? And then I have to remind myself, Jen, if you like it, leave it that way. So off my soapbox now, but this is me saying, hey, if you like something in your planner, don't let how other people plan be the deciding factor on how you plan. Like, I'm the first who will admit, like, I get inspiration and inspired to try new things from planners all the time. I talk about it in my spreads. Like, I discovered decorative planning from like 3 of my absolute favorite planner girls, and I am definitely inspired by the way that they plan. But there's a certain like aspect of things that I enjoy, and I take some of the tips and tricks that they have incorporated into their spreads that work for them, and I try and make it my own. I don't know if I always succeed, but I will say I definitely try. And that's something that's relatively new for me. And I'm going on, 3 years doing this. And I feel like I'm just now coming into my own and like feeling confident with how I do things and liking how I do things. So anyways, that was like a really long tangent and a really long rant, but I am always going to be an advocate of, hey, if you like it in your planner, do it. Don't set rules for yourself. If you want to try something, try it. If you don't like it, there's undo and you can always try again, but they're just stickers. That's my mentality. It's just a sticker. Okay, I talked all through Monday, but as I've stated before, these Plan With Me's, there's going to be so many in the month of December. They're probably going to be very repetitive because my weeks are very repetitive. So if there is something of note that I do in one of these weeks, I want to talk about it. But if I go off on tangents and I miss things during a day of the week, I'm really sorry. And as always, if you have questions, leave it in the comments below. I will say all of the foil deco that I use in this spread is from Sadiesstickers. Okay, nope, that's a lie. The vine dividers that I pull in, and I do pull those in every single day, or at least I try to. Again, this is like the problem of having your planner turned over when you do the second half. I only pulled in those vine dividers on 2 days during the second half of the week. My intention was to pull them in every single day in the week. They're from Letters from Lay, and I felt like they just matched the fall vibes I was going for this spread, and I was like, yes, I kind of layered them and added little dot accents from Sadiesstickers and deco pieces, and I was like, oh man, I really love how that looks. It looks really fall. It looks like leaves are falling and, acorns and pine cones are falling, and it's so pretty. And then the second half of the week came and I missed like 2 days, and it's because I forgot. But anyways, the vine dividers are from Letters from Lay, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. They are not on transparent matte. I am not sure if Lay still has it. Lay is Claire. She's on Instagram. I haven't really seen her post. So Claire, if you watch this, I miss you. I miss seeing from you. I hope you're doing well. And I do miss your shop, but I understand you're busy, and just want to let you know I love ya. Don't know if you are watching, but yeah. Anyways, those are from her shop. They are on clear paper, clear glossy paper. And yeah, it kind of doesn't, go with the vibe of all the other transparent matte stickers that I have, but I've made a commitment to use what I have in my collection, and I'm really glad that I'm pulling them in. Okay, so on Tuesday, I marked that I slept in, and I marked that I alternated using the scallop circle and then the scallop midi rectangle box. I marked that I cleaned my house. I edited a video that was more than likely probably a video for planmas. I can almost guarantee it. I marked that I went to the gym and we had a movie night. I'm not entirely sure what movie we watched. But then, okay, so what I did want to mark is at the very bottom there, I started making my list for sticker shopping. This was the week of Black Friday, of Thanksgiving and everything, and there were already shops that were coming out with some of their sales, and I was already feeling overwhelmed, so I was like, okay, in order for me to not be overwhelmed, I need to make a list. I need to make a list for myself of what shops are having sales, what percentage those sales are going to be, what days those sales are going to start on and end on. And then on that day, I made the decision. I was like, you know what? If I'm feeling this way and I'm needing to make this spreadsheet for myself, or this note, I should probably share it on my Instagram. So I made an Instagram highlights, and then I found out later that Danny from Danny with a Planny had taken the spreadsheet that Rachel from Gathered Plans, you guys know Rachel. I say Rachel from Gathered Plans as if you guys don't already know that I talk about her all the time. Rachel, if you're watching, hey boo. But anyways, Rachel, a couple years back, she had made a spreadsheet for Black Friday, what shops, what days, what sales, what percentages, all of that, what codes or no codes. And I didn't find out that that Danny had continued that until after I had made a highlights story on my Instagram, and I was like, oh, probably would have been easier just to add to the spreadsheet, but that's okay. So I did make my sticker shopping list because, as I've stated, I didn't buy any weekly kits. I wanted to be very intentional about what I bought. I knew there were several shops that I wanted to try out that I hadn't bought from before, because that's a goal of mine going into the new year, especially for journaling, because I bought a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but it was a lot. I bought a lot of journaling kits because I'm getting back into not junk journaling, but decorative daily journaling, I guess. And it's not full pages of daily journaling. It's like I said, I've called it my daily blurbs, where it's literally just one or two paragraphs about my day, and the whole page is, decorated and framed and everything. I shared about it on my Instagram a few weeks back. Another person who I know does that similar style of journaling, journal blurbs that I'm talking about, is Britt from Plans with Britt. And she executes it flawlessly. I'm honestly extremely inspired by her. I have a couple journals that I've written my daily blurbs in and decorated it up for the past couple years. And I'm really looking forward to getting back into it for 2023. So my big thing that I wanted to make sure that I got to for Black Friday shopping was journaling kits. So there are several shops that I hadn't shopped from before, so I wanted to make sure I hit their sales and whatnot. So I made a list for that. Okay, on Wednesday, same things. I wrote sleeping in, I went to the gym, I filmed another plan with me. But on this night, we had a kind of Friendsgiving-esque game night over at one of my best friend's house. We played Cards Against Humanity. We had sushi. It's so funny. There was so much sushi that was purchased. so much. Her husband went like out and he just got so much sushi. I was like, we need to call this fat guy sushi party because that is how I'm feeling after this. And then we're going to go and have Thanksgiving the very next day. And we're all just going to need to loosen our belts. So I kind of jokingly refer to it as fat guy sushi party because it was like an inside joke, but it was so much fun. We all got together and played Cards Against Humanity. Then I came home, and while I was editing a video, I was listening to an audiobook. It was a true crime. It's not an audiobook, but it was like a biography. I guess it was like a biography. But it was like a book. It was a true crime autobiography. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what happens like to the female. I don't know what goes on in our female brain that, you know, when we reach a certain age, it's like all of a sudden we just are obsessed with murder podcasts, as Tay would call it. Murder podcasts and true crime this and all that. It's just, to me, it's fascinating to try and, you know, it's also kind of like a thriller to me. It's like, you know, I want to find out, hey, did they catch the person who did this? You know, did this person have a motive? What was the psychological reasoning? And I've toyed around with the prospect of like, you know, it fascinates me so much, maybe I should look into criminal psychology. And I'm like, that's a lot of school that I don't know I'm ready for. So that's probably not my path. I'll stick to my murder podcast. Okay, so on Thursday, I marked Thanksgiving and I pulled in a swatch box from the journaling kit and I layered it with that pie clip art. I love that. I didn't realize that I put the pie clip art underneath the box that had the pie on it, but whatever. I really liked the way that looked. I marked that I slept in, and then, okay, I love the way that I marked the events of the day. So hopefully I'll go down so you can see it again. But I marked going to my husband's grandmother's house because we had 2 Thanksgivings we had to go to. I know. But I pulled in, there was like a scene, like a country road scene from the journaling kit. And I layered that with 2 of the mini like washi strips from the journaling kit, made it look like it was like a picture that was taped into a scrapbook. And then I layered the little car from White Stationery over it. And I love the way that turned out, you know, because it's literally all I did that day. I went to my husband's grandmother's house. I went to my sister's house to have Thanksgiving, and it was a way to take up, see, you can see it there. There it is. And it was a way to take up a good chunk of time because that's literally what my day consisted of. And that might be one of my favorite like ways that I've marked something in my planner in quite a long time. And then I had like the foiled leaves from Honey Inked looking like they were falling onto the road. I don't know. I was just really obsessed with how that turned out. Okay. Jumping over to Friday, I marked that it was Black Friday and I marked that with another swatch box from the journaling kit, pulled in another piece of the clip art deco. That's a little hot cocoa mug. The script is once again from Paper Trail Plans. I marked that I shop for stickers, and I marked that with the little laptop and coffee icon from White Stationery. I liked using that because it looked like there was a little list beside the laptop, like, you know, a little shopping list. I marked that I went over to my parents' garage and picked up mine and my husband's Christmas decor. Yeah, that's, I still don't have I paused because I still don't have my Christmas tree up, but I picked it up on this day. I pulled in the little Christmas stocking icon from White Stationery. In the same time element, my parents caught the flu. Apparently the flu is like ridiculously bad this year, and my parents caught it. Neither one of them were able to go to Thanksgiving, and it was really sad. So I marked on this day that I brought my parents some soup because they were not doing well. They were not feeling the best. They're actually still like recovering. They got tested for it and it was not COVID. It was definitely the flu, but apparently, according to the doctors, the flu has been like really bad this year. So yeah, I brought them some soup. I left it on their porch because I was like, I don't want to get sick. So I just left it on their porch. I came home, I did a home workout, and then I filmed a Plan With Me. And that was my Friday. Okay, so on Saturday, I marked that I slept in, and I marked it with the scalloped midi box from the add-on. I layered those garlands from Sadiesstickers and the florals that came with the kit. And I pulled in the little sleeping lashes. I alternated whenever I used the little midi box, I used the sleeping lashes from White Deer Stationery. And then whenever I used the scallop circles, I used the sleep mask from Crafts by Towie. And I just felt like that, you know, it gave a little bit of like difference and change up, but it still implemented the same thing. It still meant the same thing. I love the way, I just love those lashes. I think they're adorable. I marked that I got ready for the day, and I marked that with some florals from the kit and the little perfume bottle from Crafts by Towie. This was my mom's birthday, and there was originally supposed to be a plan where we were, I don't know if you guys know anything about Renaissance festivals or anything like that, but Texas has the biggest Renaissance festival in the country, and it comes around in October, and it's through October until the end of November. And it used to be a thing where we would go for my mom's birthday. It's something that she loves, and she couldn't go this year. Like, there were plans for her to go, and then she got sick, and then she couldn't go. But anyways, I marked my mom's birthday with one of the boxes from the add-on, layered it with some florals. The little birthday card is from White Deer Stationery, and me and my husband ended up still going with a couple of our friends to the Renaissance Festival. To abbreviate it, we call it RenFest. It's been a thing for years. The inner nerd in me is coming out. There's been times where, like, okay, my mom is an amazing seamstress, and she like handmade us costumes like all growing up. I started going there when I was like, I want to say 11 or 12, something like that. My oldest sister, her husband proposed to her at the Texas Renaissance Festival. Like, we went to the King's Court, and there was like a royal proclamation, and that's whenever he proposed to her. It was so cute, and it's been like a tradition in our family. We didn't dress up this year. I actually haven't dressed up for the past couple years that I've gone. For one thing, I've moved a couple times, and I don't know where my costumes are. And for two, it was very last minute that we went, because like it was up in the air if we were going to go or not, being that like my mom was sick. But we ended up going with a couple of our friends, and I did pick up my mom. I did pick up a gift for my, gosh, why are words so difficult? Anyways, I picked up a gift for my mom when I was there, and it was a lot of fun. I did mark that I edited on this day too, and I marked that with another little washi strip from the kit, layered it with some leaf leaf drops, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. Okay, on Sunday, I marked that I was up early, and I marked that with a scallop circle from the kit, some florals, a bunch of foil deco from Honey Inked and Sadiesstickers, and then the alarm clock icon is from Crafts by Towie. You can see this was one of 2 days that I actually pulled in one of those dividers from Letters from Lay. I pulled it in on Thursday on Thanksgiving as well, but I didn't pull one in on Friday or Saturday. I'm kind of like kicking myself for that, but it is what it is. I marked that I went to church. I pulled in a quarter box, some florals from the kit. The icon is from White Deer Stationery. Then I marked that after we went to church, it was kind of just like a really lazy day. I don't know. I think we were all just really tired from the events of like the holidays. You know, there was a lot of food and a lot of turkey, and turkey makes everyone like tired. I say that there was a lot of food, but I was very smart about the way that I ate. I have to be. I can't just gorge myself. But anyways, I marked that we had kind of a lazy day. And then I marked that I did my nails, and I love the way that I marked doing my nails. I pulled in that small little torn washi strip from the kit, and I kind of angled it and then layered some florals, and then pulled in the icon from White Deer Stationery, and I love the way that that looked. I marked that which I didn't feel like cooking, and so I just marked that we picked up Cane's for dinner, and then me and my husband just kind of chilled and watched TV together, and it was a really lazy Sunday. These are the leftovers that I have from the kit, along with a Viv Wiggle. There were tons of leftovers. Like this, I could probably do like a whole spread in my journal. But yeah, that is it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. I do planner things, and I am currently in the middle of Planmas 2022. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully you guys are doing well and staying safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.